just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Pack Her Up Boys, brought to you by Ashley Mazda. Luke Camilleri, the car guy, the best in the country, just recently brought on Isaiah Katoa as part of the team. Opataya, Katoa, Alex Glenn, Gerald Yayi, Bloke, you name it. There's a reason why we go to him, guys. Katoa, you reckon he's struggling to find people to give him a car? You reckon Katoa is? I think you reckon Opataya is? I think not. So best in the business. Give him a follow, LDC_01, and make sure to be following on Instagram because he does giveaways all the time. Not just like one-off car giveaways on Bloke. He does that stuff all the time. So give him a follow, guys, and get into Ashley Mazda. We've got a Bloke pack at the moment. So if you go in there, you'll get a special discount on both new and used cars, and also you get 15% off of your services if you live in Southeast Queensland. So get in there. Trust me. Best in the business. Shout out to Lukey. Matty, how you going, brother?
You said Joy Albertine. That made me think, how funny was his comment yesterday on the Nikita Zoo thing when Nikita Zoo was like the whole breast milk drinking thing. And I don't know why it was so funny, but he just says, bro, you actually don't need to do that.
And it's so good because it's like coming from the toughest mother effer in the business. Yeah. Just going, listen, bro, just relax. Let's just calm down a little bit here. I get it. You're a bit weird. Yeah. It's a bit strange. And we enjoy it. We all sit here and we enjoy it. Yeah. Let's just chill.
I think the word actually is what made it good. Yeah. Like he's like, as if it's not so bloody obvious.
Yeah.
So funny.
Oh, it's so good. I hope he does more stuff like that because even though he's an old school fighter that, you know, we all pretend that we want to get behind, we clearly don't as a country. So if he does more of this kind of stuff, people will get around him more, I think.
I agree. Like, I'm very casual boxer, and honestly, if I didn't work here / listen to Bloke, I probably wouldn't even know who he is.
Because they always talk this big game. Oh, yeah, we want an old school fighter that fights anyone and knocks people out and doesn't talk shit and respects the game. Mm. You literally just described Jai Opataya. Like, he is one of the youngest Olympians we've ever had. Old school fighter, doesn't talk shit, respects the game, and knocks motherfuckers out cold. And also had the toughest belt win I've ever seen in my life to broken jaw on both sides. And yet, you know, because he doesn't get on stage and be talking crazy about everything, people don't want to get involved. So anyway, get around him. You guys know how much I'm for Jai Opataya. Mate, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Let's try to get to 55K. We're nearly at 55K on YouTube. Take you literally 2 seconds, guys, and it really does help the algorithm. What have you been doing, bro?
I'm actually going up to Mudgee's today. Got our friends have a yearly kind of wine tour. Most of them already up there. I just had to turn my phone on silent. They keep messaging me. So yeah, go up there, have a nice weekend on the countryside wine tour. So yeah, pretty
wine
pretty
tour.
keen.
Okay. Yeah. Don't forget, guys, Aussie Footy Shorts is now live. 9 different pairs, sizes small to 5XL. And also stay tuned for Grumpy Coffee because next week we are going to announce what we are doing for Father's Day for Grumpy Coffee. It'll go live then the following Monday. So perfect for Father's Day. You got Father's Day, guys. You're going to love this from Grumpy Coffee. And also don't forget to join the Bloke Club. We're giving away a Musashi gift pack from completely free to join, www.bloke.club. So make sure to join. You know what I was listening to on the car on the way here? The Veronicas Untouched.
Oh, one of the greatest Aussie songs of all time.
Shout out the Veronicas. And look, sometimes we all feel a little untouched. And we just, you know what the opening lyrics are? Something like, I give the ooh, ooh, you give the ah, ah. And that's what I want a song to start with. And as I said, sometimes we all feel a little untouched. We feel cute. We feel, I want to be touched. I want to be touched. I'm cute. I'm like a flower that needs to bloom. And the Veronicas Untouched, one of the great all-time songs. So I just wanted to shout out the Veronicas.
I don't know what it is. It's a great song, and it just always hits.
Yeah, always hits. As soon as you hear that, like ding, 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 it's you just know, like that fast, like kind of drum beat or whatever. Listen, I'm not a musician, all right? Just relax. You just know, okay, I'm on here.
And everyone kind of especially when there's a few drinks being had, everyone kind of gets up and gets around it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Another classic is Lady Gaga. Bad Romance. That is, honestly, that's a classic. I don't care what anyone says. Bad Romance is a classic, bro.
She's got some good ones.
She's so talented.
Bad Romance, Edge of Glory.
She's like one of those singers that are so talented that they just go, yeah, I'm getting bored, and they just like, I'll be an actor now.
Yeah, fully. That little period she had with on screen with Bradley Cooper. What's the movie called?
Shallow. She sung the song Shallow.
Shallow, yeah.
It was called Born a Star.
Star is Born.
A Star
That's
is Born. Yeah.
That was unreal. And then they did the live performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody awesome.
So shout out Gaga and the Veronicas, an Australian bloody. The Veronicas are an Australian. What's the word? Ornament of Australia. They are. Look, they're not on Kylie Minogue's level. I won't put them there, but they're just underneath Kylie Minogue.
And look, I'm not a Triple J guy ever, but Triple J just did their hottest 100 Aussie songs maybe like a month ago, and I'm pretty sure Untouched was number 2.
No way.
Ever, I think.
Wow, I like that. Deserved. The Veronicas, shout out. What are they doing now, you reckon? They reckon they're still singing? Surely they're still singing.
They'll be still singing.
Yeah, but they're so gun. And they didn't just have one hit too. They had quite a few hits too.
See, if they, like, I know the AFL got Snoop Dogg, like, okay, great. We're not going to be able to beat that. But, like, they're an Australian duo I wouldn't mind seeing in the grand final.
Bro, Untouched before, that'd be unbelievable, bro.
100%.
That would be unbelievable before a grand final. Let's have a look what they're doing at the moment. So, pop duo. Okay, last article, 2024. Oh, Jesus! Okay, the Veronicas grew up in the public eye. Now they're taking back control. After 20 years of up and down in the industry, the Australian pop duo have now a new album out. This time they're doing it their way. Okay, you go get it, girls. As the Veronicas see it, there is a thread connecting every mistake they've made in their nearly 20-year career. Surrendering control. Across their 2 decades in music, they say others have pushed them into certain directions, sometimes against their own gut feelings. And it's rarely gone well. The only regrets we have are the 3 times that we haven't listened to that inner voice. And we've been like, okay, we'll do it, says Jess Origliasso, one half of the chart-topping pop duo with her twin sister Lisa. And like any career, after that long time, there have been quite a few of those times. Now that their own instincts have always worked for them, not that their own instincts have always worked for them, Lisa adds. I mean, there's been a lot of wild times. I'm not going to say that there hasn't. God, it's been 20 years. It could have been a lot worse for us. We didn't go to jail. None of us went to rehab. If anything, we were a little punk rock emo girls just writing out our feelings into music and people were connecting with it. I mean, listen, if you're a superstar pop, like a pop star, and you don't go to rehab or jail, I think that's a bit of a win.
Well, I think it's a huge win. Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You're almost locking yourself into a bit of rehab or jail if you're a pop star.
Yeah, that's like if you can somehow start that rock and roll life and avoid that, that's like the ultimate temptation that's right there for you.
It's almost like a footy player didn't go to a pub and have a beer.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Now, at 20 years old, they signed a $2 million deal with Warner. 20 years, $2 million. Jeez. That would have been 2005. That's about $100 million these days. Okay. Yeah, anyway.
They released a song last year with Cursor. Which was a nice little Aussie collaboration.
Yeah, anyway, shout out to the Veronicas.
Bloody oath.
Yeah, wow. Jeez.
They're, as you said, Aussie icons, Aussie ornaments.
And I think
where are they from? Are they Queenslanders?
I think they are Queenslanders, actually.
Veronicas. They are Queenslanders, yes.
Hell yeah. What state they're from?
It just says Brisbane.
Oh, sorry, not what state. Oh, my God. Fucking idiot. What place they're from? So, Brizzy.
Yeah,
see, they got the Queensland spirit. That's what it is, bro. Oh, it's the Queensland spirit. I still can't believe we won that Origin, bro.
Oh, wow.
I think it's better, honestly.
That wasn't necessary.
Bro, it's necessary for me. Bro, I have come to the conclusion it was better than 2020.
Of course it was.
Like, after 2020, I wasn't still going like, bro, I cannot believe that happened.
See, I think the difference is, like, I think 2020 was a flash in the pan kind of holy shit fluke moment.
End of the year, bizarre situation, just happened kind of thing.
This was, well, from our perspective, this was horrendous. And like after the Game 2 loss, a lot of people I still thought we'd win. I think a lot of people still thought we won, but at the back of our minds, you could kind of see it coming from just a little, well, what's the word? Not coming from a mile away, but like a little part of me was scared.
You know what's crazy?
And it happened.
This is what makes 2025 better than 2020. Because 2020 happened, 2025 should never happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's what makes it worse. Because in 2020, it was just like this ambush. You'd won back-to-back, 18, 19. Got a bit complacent. So, you know what? everyone gets complacent. This time, it's like, guys, you already know what can happen, and you still let it happen.
Exactly. So you're right. 18, 19, and now with the fullness of time, 2021 was a record year.
Yeah.
So that should have been 4 in a row, really.
Yeah.
So that's there. Those demons are there, and half the team. Well, not half the team. A few,
but a lot of the
playing.
team were there.
Yeah, and all of them, basically all of them, were at least playing in the NRL. 2025, it was easily the worst Origin series of my life. Not even remotely close. 2020 is not even close, and I was in the camp. Yeah, no good.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. And I cannot believe Queensland played so well in that game 3. How did that happen?
Yeah.
How they played, as we said it after the game, but I've never seen all 17 players play that well altogether.
It was an absolute 10. I remember saying it at the time. It was the best game that team possibly could have played.
Yeah, they couldn't play better. It
was 13 plus, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was.
They scored late, but it was essentially 13 plus.
Yeah, that's right. They won by 12. That's right.
Yeah.
Whatever the score was, it was not even close.
Man,
crazy. And that team, and the fact you did it in our backyard as well.
Yeah, use one Suncorp. Jeez.
I wish Hammy was here.
We dropped our captain.
Well, I wonder what the odds were after game 1.
Oh, far out.
Well, I know that it's never been done. I know this is very niche, but that Blues have never gone up to Queensland, and then Queensland have never won 2 away games after that.
Oh, really?
Like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Obviously, that barely would ever happen, but still.
Mate, there were so many people going, it's a whitewash. It's a whitewash. 3-0.
I was thinking it was a whitewash.
And where did Queensland go from here? And this is going to be a dynasty. Dynasty chat started.
Do you remember, this has happened before. Might have been 2 years ago or 3 years ago, where after game 1, Phil Gould was saying, I don't know how Queensland can possibly win. Queensland ended up winning that series as well.
Yeah.
I will never, ever doubt Queensland ever again in my life after that.
Man, it's just crazy. Anyway, I think now I've come to grips that it is better than 2020.
I think so.
I just cannot believe that it happened. With everything that happened, Munster, Dearden company, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the selections, it's not like we made a bunch of different selections.
Yeah.
Putting Carrigan on the bench, Lioro starting.
Even some omissions, not picking Jairo, not picking Big Red.
Hammer to fullback.
Instead of Walsh.
The Shibasaki game 3, Rob Toya. Two debutants essentially in game 3 decider.
Against
Critter and
Trell, who are going to be greats, who are greats.
They essentially are going to be, greats. Lock them in.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Critter and Trell could make, some people would have them in their, Critter still has a bit to go, but some would have Trell in their greatest of all time team.
Yeah, for sure. And
so, Critter will get there too, and some may have already have him there, but he'll get there too. And you've got Rob Toya and Shibasaki just getting the job done.
I think it's fair to say that both Rob Toya and Shibasaki haven't put 10 gun games together at NRL level.
Yeah, I mean, Toya's been solid. Shibasaki's been solid, but not best centre in the competition.
Exactly.
Whereas Critter and Trell have done that so many times.
There's something up there in that Queensland water. I don't know what it is, but could we do that? Who are we going to pick that would do that? It's just, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, far out. Billy Slater, just right off into the sunset, brother. You've done it. Yeah. Just don't go again. There's no point. Why? What does he get? Why? Other than he's obviously the loyalty to Queensland. But it's you gain, if he wins another series, it's not going to be he's even better, because we already bro, you're already the GOAT. You've already done what you've done.
Yeah, there's no need, because it's he'd have to then stay for 2 more years to win 3 in a row if they're going to win next year.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's got to happen. I actually thought that he might go for the Australian job. I know Kevy's only 3 games, but which that's another weird thing. But
I tell you what though, if I was a club, I reckon I'd offer Billy Slater $2 million a year to coach.
Surely he's taken over Bellamy.
And I know he keeps saying that he doesn't want to coach, so there's that. But mate, I can't see a world where a Billy Slater coach team wouldn't be at least competitive.
Yeah, it seems I think the evidence has shown us that Billy Slater is probably in the top 3 rugby league minds alive right now. Because in the world.
Think about and I'm not making excuses. It was a great win last series, so I'm not everyone has injuries. And people still think I'm making excuses. I'm not. You could have won still. But we just lost game 3 and we were missing Tino and Cam Munster.
Yep.
And and probably some other people I'm not even thinking about, Flegler as well.
Yeah.
And so, like, would Tino and Munster been worth, 6 points or something? I don't know, maybe.
Very possible.
And so, like, even the loss that Billy Slater had, and again, you may have still won the game. I'm not saying that that's the reason why we lost. But what I am saying is like, even the loss that he had wasn't like...
It wasn't diabolical.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He didn't get towed up. Like, they won game 1, got smacked in game 2.
They got smacked, yes. It was down in Melbourne when we got all those penalties.
Yeah, and so game 1, the sin bin.
Oh, absolutely, yep.
And then game 2, 7 or 8 penalties in a row, similar to what Queensland got this year.
Yeah,
got the win.
same, yeah.
And then game 3 got beaten very closely.
Yeah.
So like even in his loss, it wasn't a fucking, oh my God, what just happened?
It wasn't horrendous. I don't think anyone was calling for Slater's head last year.
I mean, there were some people after game 1 this year going, fucking get rid of him. And I was like, bro, what?
Well, I never thought get rid of him, but deep down, I thought, well, where do they go from here? If they get done 2-1, 3-0, then do they pick him again? I don't know. But here we are.
Mate,
he's
fine line. What a fine line as well. And some of the calls he made, bro, there are not many men with a big enough balls to drop your fucking captain for the last whatever years with all that success and bring in a guy that doesn't play 7 at club, plays 6, or he started to just before. Anyway, crazy stuff. Alrighty, don't forget, guys, Sportsbet, give us a follow on the feed. Make sure, head over, give us a follow. Take you 2 seconds. Really helps us too. And it helps with Sportsbet when they look about re-signing the next year or whatever. So, costs you nothing. Just go there, boom, hit follow. Really does help us. Okay, last night's game, Storm defeat the Panthers. Okay, let's just talk about the controversy. Now, listen, don't shoot the messenger, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. I think people aren't... Because Harry Grant dove, people are thinking that he got the penalty because of the contact. He didn't get the penalty, at least to my understanding, he didn't get the penalty because he got hit. He got the penalty because they brought in a new rule at the start of either this year or last year where it doesn't matter whether you hit someone. If you stand in front of the kicker, it is a penalty.
Yep.
So even if Harry Grant had ran around Leota and not touched him, it still would have been a penalty.
Well, I think it was definitely a penalty because not only was Leota just standing there, he took a step to the left. So... it was a penalty.
Because you can actually watch Harry Grant. He does have to run around Leota. Harry Grant dove 100%. Like, he could have avoided him. But the reason why you can't stand in front of the kicker is for that exact reason. Harry Grant's path shouldn't have to be longer than directly to Cleary. That's what the NRL is saying. They're saying if you stand in front of the kicker like that, he has to go around you, which reduces the time to get there, which is it's like a block kind of thing. Now, I know Nathan was a bit, frustrated with it, and I can totally get it. Like, you've scored, but it was a penalty. So I understand their frustration, but unfortunately that is the rules. You may agree with them, disagree with them. And I know Cleary said, what has he got to do, get behind me? No, he doesn't have to get behind me. He's just got to step left.
I think if Cleary wouldn't have seen the replay by that point. I reckon if he looked at it, he would have seen Leota step to the left.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if Leota didn't step to the left, it was still a penalty.
Yeah.
Because you can't stand there.
Yeah, for sure. And, you can disagree with the rule. I disagree with the rule.
I don't like the rule either. Yeah, I don't like the rule either. I think that, can we find a happy medium, potentially? Because the problem for the Panthers in that situation, it was like a half line break. So how do you know let's say you're a front rower, you're Leota, and I know he did step towards him, but let's just say you're Leota. Let's say you go, oh, shit, there might be a drop goal, and you run out in front, and then the dummy half goes, where the fuck are you going?
Yeah.
It's not a drop goal. It was a quick play the ball. We're going to try and score.
Remember where this problem was it last year? Was it the year before?
There's already been penalties given away early in the year from it.
But remember the Knights versus Sharks and Atkinson hit the field goal and then Ponga or Gamble or someone might hit the field goal and they were both given penalties and the same thing. And everyone's like, what are they supposed to... That was different because they just stood there. And I know that's the rule, but I don't know how you fix it.
Yeah, I don't know how you fix it either. So if you actually go and watch some of the Storm drop goals, you'll see there's a clear path to Munster. And you actually see a Storm player, he's in behind the ball and he runs out of the way. And so that's just what happened. Again, guys, don't shoot the messenger. That's the rules. I'm not saying that I agree with it or disagree. And I also understand, Leota was in a hard spot because it was a quick play the ball. And if he's not there for a pass, maybe they want to pass to him.
It would have been a lot tougher to swallow for me
if he didn't step.
Yeah, if he didn't step, I'd be a bit off it.
I honestly reckon if he had stepped out of the way, I reckon the ref would have let it go, even though technically it should have still been a penalty.
Yeah,
Like if he had been standing where he was and stepped right instead of left to get out of Harry Grant's way, I still reckon I reckon the ref would have been like, you know what, like let's have some common sense here. He got out of the way. Doesn't matter that he's in front of Cleary. But anyway, with that out of the way, what a crazy game.
Just before, so like if I'm a Storm fan, I'm stoked, right? I'm like, Harry Grant dive. If that was South, I'd be like, bloody hell, stick your arm out, dive. Like, are we gonna just get, like, if there's the Roosters are playing Bulldogs tonight, let's say Sam Walker's going for a field goal, just Serrato just say we'll run straight into their front rower, and then you'll definitely get a penalty.
Well, like, unfortunately, I just want to reiterate, he didn't get the penalty because he got hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that was a penalty even if Harry Grant had ran around him.
Yes.
So like, I'll tell you how you don't get a penalty. Don't stand in front of the kicker.
Just get out of the way.
Get out of the way. That's how you won't have that happen to you where a player dives. Yes, I get it. It sucks. It's a bad look for the game with the dive or whatever, but that's how you stop it. You don't stand in front of the kicker.
Yeah.
That's simple. And I know it's hard to cop as a Panthers fan. I get it. It's a strange rule. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not the one that made the rule, but that's the rule. As I said, the penalty wasn't for the contact. The penalty was for the fact that Leota was in front of the kicker, and you can't do that. The rule got brought in maybe 2 years ago, or it's at the most 2 years, but maybe 1 year ago. It was
ironically brought in a lot because Penrith were the main culprits. They just put a wall up in front of Nathan Cleary.
I'm a big I admire Penrith so much. Anyone listening to the podcast knows that. I get shit all the time for how much I glaze Penrith. They push the line, bro. So do the Storm, but like, let's not pretend like both these teams are squeaky clean.
Well, Storm pushed the line last night with
Harry
Grant
pushed the line.
Literally diving.
That's why they're so good.
Exactly.
Like the reason why some of these bottom tiers teams aren't so good is because they're too nice.
Yeah.
Like they don't have this spite in them. But yeah, so anyway, what a game.
Great game.
What a game. I've got to say, from the Melbourne Storm, geez, that is what I have been waiting for. You know, I knew they could attack. I knew they had the squad. I knew that, you know, if they, on their day, played their best footy, that they could outpoint an opposition. But I didn't know, did they have the grit of the old school Storm sides? Now I know they do. Because the Penrith Panthers dominated most of that game.
So there was a point where, because I'm pretty sure I picked Penrith on this, and there was a point where I was like, wow, this is the easiest. This is going to be an easy win for Penrith.
Like the first 5 sets that the Storm had, they ran for 25 metres compared to 50 to 60. There was a point there in the first 20 minutes where the Storm had ran for 330 metres compared to 160 the Penrith Panthers run for 330 and the Storm had run for 150 metres.
Yeah.
Like they were dominating them. Then they came out in the second half, the Storm, ran for 60 metres in the first set, but then they went back down to 25 metres and they somehow, some way hung on and won the game. Like it's one of the grittiest performances I've seen from the Melbourne Storm in quite a while. No Pappy, no Hughes. I know they were missing Yo, I get it. But like Pappy, Hughes missing from a side that desperately needs that 7, you know, and their fullback.
And Munster changed positions.
Changed to fullback.
So only Grant was there like full time.
Pezzett and Wisher were their halves.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Like, it was an incredible performance. And so now I'm like, me personally, I think it's like, that's the grand final. I just don't see another team. Look, Raiders maybe because of that forward pack. That's the big equaliser. But I have to say, I just don't know if anyone else can play at that level.
Yeah, I think I'm happy to lock in Storm. Don't know about Penrith. I think like maybe we'll see a really hectic Penrith camp.
Think about this. That's how Penrith played after winning 9 games on the trot.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they've been up this whole time, and that's how they played.
Yeah, it's funny. Like if we do get a Melbourne Storm Penrith grand final, which is I'm sure that's the bookies' odds-on favourites. Wouldn't that be kind of weird? Like we've had this open competition with this
goes back
different
to the same
top 4,
old,
but it's just going to go back to Penrith, Melbourne.
Man, and like you got to remember as well, like from the Penrith Panthers perspective, and I know it's easy to say this, but like 2 tries were essentially because Coates is just unbelievable in the air.
I think that Coates is going to win Melbourne the grand final.
Probably, bro.
The difference between him and the second best winger this year at the moment is daylight.
I've never seen this is like, and I don't think Toto played bad, but I've never seen a player outplay Toto like that.
Yeah,
ever. He is. Toto has been the best winger in the comp essentially every single game for
half a
5
decade.
years.
Yeah.
And that comes back to, and look, maybe this is, well, it's not really hindsight speaking. I wonder, like, just give him a rest. I just want, for some, and look, they know way more than me, the Penrith Panthers. They, they would know way more. But I don't know, I just give him a rest. I don't think it's humanly possible for him to keep doing what he's doing. Anyway, let's get back to Storm.
Yep.
Like, what about Munster? Once again, game was on the line, and he just goes, dummy, bang, 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 quick play the ball, try time.
And just like in a different position. Like I know he used to play fullback.
But like what, 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
Yeah.
He's 30 years old, bro. Like,
know.
what are we talking about here? Once again, this guy just goes like, I don't get it. How does the money man do it? And then Harry Grant, the size of this man's balls to make this play. Like, I thought I could see his balls outside his shorts. I thought they were hanging. I was like, is that his nutsack out of his shorts as he threw that dummy? Holy heckers, can you imagine if he threw that dummy and then just got obliterated by the markers?
Oh, yeah.
He would never be able to live that down. It would be one of the worst plays ever. Like, especially with the fact that you've got the guy, you've set up, you are right in front of the sticks. It's not like he was 40 metres out and then he made the play. He was right in front of the sticks, easy drop goal, and he still threw the dummy and scored.
And sold a mansion. Like no one even.
I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
In my whole life, I've never seen a dummy half do that well. The balls on the man. I'm surprised he could make it to the try line. His balls were too heavy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Apparently, I saw this tweet. Brad Walter tweeted. Apparently, he had coffee with Roy Masters, who's just this legendary coach from like the '60s, and he's in his 80s, I think, at the moment. Like legend, like a journalist. I think he's mostly known for, I don't know, he's a rugby league icon. Apparently, he had coffee with him during the week, and it was like he said something about just running out dummy half in the games on the line. That's how he got the idea.
What?
Yeah.
Did Harry Grant say that?
Yeah, Harry Grant said that to Brad Walter. Tweeted it. Well, I'll get the tweet up.
Jesus. Man, it tells you, like, if you're a genius at rugby league, you're timeless. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a different generation or... If you're a genius across all different generations.
Okay, Roy Masters has still got it. Harry Grant revealed Roy was the inspiration for the Storm's win. They had lunch in Sydney today, so yesterday, and Roy gave Harry the idea about running out a dummy half for the sneaky try to win the game.
Oh my God, bro. What? That is such a good yarn.
Yeah.
Harry Grant, one of the best blokes ever too. Look, I know he's public enemy number one because he dove right now, but mate, I love Harry Grant.
Yeah, I hated him for 30 minutes last night.
Listen, hey guys, listen. If you can find me a team that doesn't have someone that took a dive, then I'll start listening to...
And also, if that was your team, you'd be stoked.
As I said, man, every team does it. It sucks. I hate it. I do. And I think that it's the NRL's...
it's not Harry Grant.
It's NRL's thing to stamp down on it. But, Penrith against the Eels. I think he hurt his ankle, one of the boys, and then he said he got a head knock. Like, every team does it. So you just got to cop it, unfortunately.
I think Harry Grant has gone to a new level ever since the Blake Brayley's chat started coming up.
I think after Origin for me, with Harry Grant, I think Origin just gave him so much confidence because he was so good game 2, so good game 3. Yeah, maybe got a little bit quiet there maybe for a bit, but yeah, ever since
I guess he was injured.
The last couple of weeks... Against the Broncos, he ripped out a nuss apart.
I know.
Jesus. And then against Penrith, he doesn't have a single run. The whole first half comes out in the second half and just gets the job done.
And even so, I reckon his best game was probably against the Roosters a few weeks ago when Jerome Hughes went off.
Yeah, so true, so true. Far out, he's just
on fire.
Like, I can't believe they just beat the Penrith Panthers with a halves combination of Wishart, Pezzett.
Crazy. I know, like, in the English Premier League, they have Player of the Month. Like, Harry Grant would win that award at the moment for like,
he's the
best player in the comp in the last few weeks.
But yeah, Xavier Coates, man.
He's close to
freaking hell, bro. Like, what the hell? How many big moments has he had scoring tries, winning it for the team?
Oh, and he's only, what, 24, 25?
It is just the player that he is truly one of the rare circumstances of this guy that has unlimited potential.
Yeah.
And he's actually reaching that potential. You know what I mean? Usually guys like him that are like 6'4", 6'3", and everyone goes, mate, this guy is literally, if God made a winger, that's him.
Yep.
And they never fulfill their potential because they've grown up being the man their whole lives. Xavier Coates is actually doing that.
Exactly.
Like, he's actually being everything that his body suggests he could be. That's how good he's playing right now. He's actually insane. Took another intercept, scored in the corner. Obviously didn't score last week because Selwyn Cobbo got him just. Casey McLean, holy shit, he's quick.
Yeah, wow, that was
quick. Scores in the corner, knocks back another one for Chan to score.
So yeah, he scored one where he caught the Edwards one, which I thought was no try up until the last replay. That one saved him.
Then, it was all him. He scored 3 of them.
Well, yeah, they're all him. Yeah. Well, and then he gave it to Seve for the Casey McLean one.
Oh, Seve did he? I thought he gave it to Chan. Okay, yeah.
Oh no, and then he gave it to Chan for the third one. So I think Coates scored. Wait, did I get that wrong?
Did Seve score? Yeah, he did score.
Yeah.
So Coates was in.
Oh, Coates scored a double, and then set up Chan and Seve. So we had 4 try involvements.
Bro, what the hell? So essentially, not only did he win them the game, they lose 13 plus if he's not on the field.
Yeah. Well, Harry Grant scored in Golden Point. So if you don't include that one, he had a hand in all of their tries.
So they'd be at 0.
They wouldn't have scored a try.
Bro, that is actually insane.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm trying to think of a winger that's had that much impact, and I can't.
He's unbelievable. I really hope. I've never really wanted the Storm to win, but actually, I like their team this year, and if they do win, I really hope he has just a huge moment on grand final day.
You know what I hope that as well? I hope that this becomes like finally To'o has some competition.
Yeah.
Of like this back and forth battle. And what I like about the battle is they couldn't be more opposite. Couldn't be more opposite wingers. And so hopefully, because then sometimes what makes people great and remembered is when they have an opponent to bring greatness out of them.
Yeah.
And so like, here's a good example. Like let's say you win a comp and the standard isn't that high. That's not going to be as remembered as the comps you win that are very close. And like, for example, I think Penrith Panthers fans probably remember the Broncos win the most because it was like Broncos were their kryptonite to a degree. I don't mean kryptonite, they always lose, but I meant like the style of play that Broncos played was like their kryptonite, and they still overcame it because it was so close. It brought the best out of Penrith Panthers because the Broncos were going so well.
Yeah.
And so with To'o, if he can have a battle back and forth with Coates, and don't get me wrong, I think To'o is still years ahead of Coates when it comes to legacy or whatever. But if they can have this like years-long battle, it'll bring the best out in both, and that'd be sick.
And it's cool too because like they are just nothing alike.
They couldn't be any more different. Like literally couldn't. Their style's different. They play different. They actually might have similar personalities. Very polite, relatively quiet. But in regards to like playing, they couldn't be more different. So. Man, what a game from Coates. What a game from Coates. What about the charge downs from some of the boys?
Sorry, correction. He didn't have anything to do with Seve's try. I was mixing him up. I had him in my head because I thought he was going to pass to Coates. But still, he had a hand in 3 of the tries.
Jesus.
Bloody insane.
Insane.
What about Seve's goggles?
Yeah, I know. Jeez, he was strong last night, Seve. He was like really strong in contact. Some other guys that played really well, like, you know, Munster ran for 197 metres. Wow. Jesus, I thought Stefano was great.
Someone since Origin who's stepped it up.
My God, man. Like, you know, there was a period there where I was like, I just don't know with Stefano. Like, is he going to reach his potential? Mate, he is starting to reach his potential because he has been friggin' phenomenal, and he was great last night again. Like, bumped multiple blokes again. I thought Leoro was outstanding. I thought... You know what I loved about Eli Katoa's performance? Like, we know he's the flashy guy that can score all these tries, but when the game's not going his way and they're marking him really well, how does he respond to that? And last night, he just did all the hard work. He said, you know what? The game's not coming my way and I'm not going to have those big moments, but you know what I do? I'll roll my sleeves up and do all the hard work, and he did that.
Yeah, so true. Jeez, he's turned into a hell of a player.
Oh, man, so good.
Even Munster's like moment where he didn't he save a 40-20?
Bro, only Munster could do that.
Yeah.
Where it's like looks so awkward for him to do that.
Yeah.
And that kick from Cleary was so good. Like the way he kept it low and angled it out.
Yeah.
I thought what I liked about I don't think Pezzett like set the world alight. However, what I did like about Pezzett's performance is he didn't lose his nerve in a high pressure situation. Like they were getting dominated.
Yeah.
And basically, Pezzo Pezzett needed to hold his nerve. Like, he needed to hold his nerve, and he did. That 40-20 kick was outstanding.
Yeah, I thought he had a really good game.
Yeah.
Pezzett.
Outside of that, Wishy great. I mean, Nick Meaney, he is just like...
He's at another level this year.
I can't believe how good he's gotten.
Yeah.
He's just gotten so good. So, really good win from the Storm. Panthers, nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, God, no.
Been up so long, I think they'll be in the grand final. Casey McLean, superstar.
You know what? Penrith are versus Canberra next week. I'm so excited for it already.
Yeah.
Like, that's, to me, they're kind of even. To me, it goes Storm level 1, Panthers, Raiders level 2.
Well, this is actually more of a test for me for Raiders.
True.
If they go and get spanked, I'm going to be like, uh-oh, what's going on here? Because I'm trying to think of, like, when was the last time they beat one of these top-tier sides? And maybe I'm forgetting, but I'm trying to think, like, was Bulldogs the last one that they...
Well, Canberra lost to Bulldogs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the last time they played a top-tier side.
Yeah.
I think. Sorry if I'm misremembering that. However, this is the game against Penrith. They don't need to win at the Raiders, but if they just have a good performance, lock them in.
Yeah, they still looking... They beat the Roosters in round 13.
That's not a top-tier side.
Warriors in round 12 when they were good. That was probably it. But that's 10 weeks ago.
I wouldn't put Warriors as a top-tier side.
Not now. They were then, though, and it was in
what round was it?
round 12. And it was
that's ages ago.
And it was in New Zealand.
Yeah, that's ages ago. Yeah. I'm talking about, like, recently.
Oh, yeah, no, nothing.
Yeah,
recent,
yeah. Okay. Guys, don't forget Aussie Footy Shorts. They're now live. Get them before they go. Also, NordVPN. Use code. Go to nordvpn.com.au /bloke in a bar, and you'll get 4 extra months to use plan, and also it's no risk money back guarantee. Also, guys, do not forget Aspley Mazda. They're having a bloke pack. They give you a bloke pack, so that's a special discount specifically for bloke members or bloke community members, and also 15% off services if you live in Southeast Queensland. And don't forget code SPORTS, guys. Use code bloke to get your discount. Alrighty, just quickly before we wrap up, Payne Haas is reportedly selected to play for Samoa of Australia. He'll play for Samoa in the Pacific Champs. I'm happy with this. Like, I don't have an issue. Like, I'm still, like, torn in regards to Origin or whatever. I don't know what the answer is there. I think I'm leaning more towards, you know what, the game. Whether I like it or not, I just think it's probably better for the game that if you were born in Queensland or New South Wales and you were there, or you were here before you were 13, then you're just eligible.
Yep.
So I'm getting to the point where, like, my feelings are almost irrelevant, and it's just like whatever's best for the game. In regards to just international footy, though, I love this, and I say this with all due respect. Like, I'm not saying this to be a hater with any or whatever. If Australia isn't your number one country this year, I don't want you to play for us.
Exactly.
Like. Yeah. If when you put that jersey on and it's not your number one country at that time, I don't want you playing. And as I said, I'm not saying it as hate. I'm like, I respect it. Go play for Samoa. I understand as much as I can understand being an Aussie that I would, if my mum had a heritage, it would mean a world to me to be able to respect that heritage. And I give you a good example. My son is half Filipino. I want to make sure he has a connection to his Filipino heritage.
Yep.
And also, Payne Haas is Filipino, therefore my son will be Payne Haas. There you go. And so I got no issue with it at all. And as I said, I'll go as far to say, even if Australia lose, I just want people that Australia is your number one country.
Yeah.
At least when you put on that jersey, you're not thinking about any other countries. You're thinking about, this is my number one country.
Absolutely.
That's all I want. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't change later or whatever, or you can't, like, okay, now this has become important to my heritage. And also something I will say, and this is from my own experience, I will say as I got older, my past and my heritage became to mean more to me. Like, when I was younger, I was very much like, man, I'm young and, like, you know, who cares about the past? I'm all about looking at the future and what... Not who cares, but you know what I'm saying? It was less important. As you get older and you start to become more wise, and I'm not wise, but wiser, you start to go and you start to realize why it is important to respect your heritage and why it is important to give it its proper due. And that's what you're seeing maybe here with Payne Haas is like, yeah, he has played for Australia, but as he gets a little bit older, he realizes, you know, this is my blood that goes all the way back here and I've got to respect it and honor it. So I get it. I love it. And I love it for the game because when Payne Haas goes across, now everyone is going to go across.
Yeah, it's just like what Taumalola did.
Absolutely.
Back in the day.
And that side at full strength, holy shit.
And you know what? And call me un-Australian, but that's a game I want to watch. I want to watch a game where the teams are just as good as each other.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I honestly don't care if Australia win 50-0.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as well, like, have some faith. Like, all these people are like, oh man, we're gonna suck, or like Samoa's gonna towel us up. Like, give me a fucking break, bro. We're Aussies, bro. Like, we
Australia
are
will
Aussies.
still be favourites in every game.
Yeah, but also, like, cunt, we're Australian. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
We've been you're talking about, oh, we're gonna get smashed. Like, fucking deport yourself, bro.
Yeah,
We're
please.
Aussies. We never walk around going, oh fuck, we're gonna get smashed.
Yeah.
We go and say, doesn't give a fuck who's playing for us. We're ripping in. It's called the Aussie spirit.
Yeah.
And so this is good. Like, I've seen a lot of Samoan people start talking shit. You talk your shit, bro. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Gee, this is going to bring so much life
Yeah,
to the national
that's
game.
what's good. That's what's good about it. They're getting
100%.
confident. They're getting chirpy. Get chirpy. We'll get chirpy back. Let's see who wins. Let's see who wins. Outside of that, we'll pack her up. Congratulations to Payne. I think it'll be the next step of the Taumalolo situation.
Yep.
And I think that it's going to begin to even more put international footy on the map.
Something to look forward to too. So the coach of Samoa is Ben Gardner. So he's been trying to get Payne Haas over in that. He's the assistant to Mao in Perth, and he's going to coach Perth in a few years.
Oh, wow,
so it's going to
okay.
be good to kind of look at his kind of
A
progression.
little bit
next
like
few
Christian Wolf at the Dolphins.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah,
Pretty
wow.
much the same, yeah.
Wow. Okay. No, I love it. I really do. I'm happy for Samoa.
Same.
I'm happy for the Polynesian nations. I think it's good for the game. I cannot wait till Samoa play Tonga later this year.
Oh.
I also cannot wait until Australia play Samoa.
Yep.
Because, there'll be Tino will probably go. Hamill will probably go. And, there will be a bit of, okay, you chose Samoa over Australia.
Definitely.
Let's see.
And that's great.
Let's see. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a part of it. That's why we love sport. Like, it is what it is. I do think, though, this is the last nail in the coffin in regards to, mate, this is bullshit for the New Zealand side.
Oh, we have to fix that now.
Like that, the fact that Payne Haas has gone to Samoa and they have lost so many players to
it's
all
a
these
joke.
different, and Origin is made it so that people go, oh, I'll play Origin or whatever. We have to change that
Yeah.
because New Zealand must be sitting there going, this is fucking bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Why are we sitting here? We lose all these players to these other teams. Like, if you're a young guy that grew up in New Zealand but came here before 13 and you've got Samoan heritage, you always are going to play for Samoa over New Zealand because you can still play Origin.
Yeah.
And there's a massive Polynesian population in New Zealand. So New Zealand have every right to be like, fuck this shit.
New Zealand they deserve to be blown up right now. It's a joke.
Change it immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yep.
Alrighty. That's us done and doosted, guys. Give us a follow on the feed. Aussie Bloke footy shorts with pockets. They're available. Join the Bloke Club and make sure to get into Aspley Mazda. Even if you just want to shoot him a message about cars. You don't even have to buy from him. Give him a follow. He does giveaways all the time. And I don't mean little giveaways. I'm talking cars. Message Lukey, LDC_01. He'll take care of you. He's the best in the business. And we'll go fuck ourselves. Thank you.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.